absence. And joining me on the gantry, Dallin Stanford, you're back in Hong Kong as well, quite a long time after you played here for the USA. Must be fond memories for you here.
Yeah, certainly, Rupert. 14 years in the making. I last represented the USA here, and before that playing in the tens as well. And here we go. It's Pool B, South Africa. They take on Uruguay. Uruguay fresh here. They're coming to this event as a newly qualified core team. And South Africa, they lead the head-to-heads. Well, they have not conceded a point in 22 years against Uruguay. The Blitzboks side, though, with new coaching crew involved here. Here's a look at the two sides. Alongside me, former England Sevens captain that's been here on 5 different occasions, Rob Vickerman. Scan your eyes on these great names.
Yeah, looking to see the progression of Uruguay in that Challenger Series. Witnessed firsthand just how incredible those scenes were, the elation that they had. This is a very different concept coming against the most experienced professional Sevens team in South Africa. They went professional back in 2009, so their systems, their processes, their protocols that they talk about all the time are well set. So this will be a great test for Uruguay.
Blitzboks on the left, Uruguay on the right for their first time back at the Cathay Pacific HSBC Hong Kong Sevens here at this beautiful venue, the Mecca of Sevens. Crowds are back in the stands as well. It's been over 3 years, and we are here, stop 1 of 11 on the new series. JC Pretorius with South Africa. They've never won this event. It's the only one on the series. Runners up in 09, 08 and 2017.
I found that really surprising to hear that, Dan, and bearing in mind how dominant this team have been throughout the years. To get this monkey off the back will be some claim for them.
Ruben Keane from Australia is our referee for this clash. Uruguay, well, they don't just want to be on the series, they want to stay on the series. 9 players make their series debut, but several of them featured the Rugby World Cup Sevens in South Africa in recent times. McCubbin's one of them, former under-20 player for Uruguay. The Los Teros Sevens.
Time on.
Selwyn Davids for South Africa is ready. They will receive. And Uruguay on white on the left of your screen. First action of this Pool B for these two sides. One game tonight on day one. Big kick here from Liechtenstein. Comes down to Davids. It takes it. JC Pretorius for South Africa. In midfield, looking for a ball over the top to the big Saku Makata. The battering ram goes upfield. Keeps his feet alive. Here's the Olympian from East London. Looking for a big right-footed step from Fundo Ndlovu. Finds a lot of traffic though. The counter right comes in superbly. Diego Ardao, the captain, and they have possession here. Braziani's superb into the 22. Here they come, Ignacio Alvarez. Gets rid of one. Tomas Echeverri is there with them. Advantage for Diego Ardao and Uruguay now. Penalty.
20 offside.
All of the Uruguayans within 20 metres of each other really are playing a tight game and targeting that breakdown. And that is no mean feat against South Africa. They love it. This is going to be a huge contest.
Scrum.
For that area in particular. I love how they've come into this game, Uruguay.
Shilton van Beek getting heavily involved, but there's the new numbers on display here. Player can choose the numbers from 1 through to 99, and that's the number for the series.
What have you gone down?
Well, my number was 10. I'm happy with that. Yourself, my friend?
I thought you were going to say 21, because it's where you've played more than anywhere else. But I think I like the idea of making it personal. You make it about, you know, your family, your reasons start to be really prominent in how you play the game. Very good.
Uruguay with Mateo Vinales loops onto the open side, creating an overlap. So player on that far left, they weren't able to release him. Man, where's the face mask? As here they whip it. There's space to operate here. McCubbin gets it away, and then it's dropped. Tomas Echeverri with the try line beckoning in front of the south stands.
Oh, what an absolute nightmare spilling that one. Everything was perfect preceding it. Echeverri will sit on that moment for a while. Quite an exquisite pass to get in this position, and the rolled offload just inches too low. It would have been a miracle take, travelling at pace to claim that one. But the slow-mo happens in your mind afterwards. You've got to let it go.
Coaching crew, Ivo Degonjic and Guillermo Selves look on. Feed for South Africa from Selwyn Davids. Finds Ronald Brown. Launches this one towards the touchline. And it's a lovely kick towards the halfway line from the little playmaker.
It's an interesting tactic. This would be something you see all the time in 15s, but in 7s you don't see it as much. More often than not you want the ball to stay in. But because he drills this long and it goes out, yes, they've moved up 50 metres, but now he's back to being Uruguay ball still within the South African half. So interesting tactic. They'll hope that their pressure in defence will see that as being a positive result.
Yeah, something they pride themselves on. Their captain, Sheikh Soizwapi, though, is on the touchline. The new coaches, Sandile Ngobo and Philip Snyman. Look on. Good take there from Uruguay as they drifted wide. Bit of a high pass there for Kobo Braziones.
Lock on.
It's frustrating, isn't it? We've seen a couple now of these errors creeping in. And you understand there's going to be nerves. Absolutely. That higher intensity, this line speed that they've never faced coming at them. The South Africans love to take that room in between you and the defenders, close you down, and that can put all types of pressure on skill sets.
Well, good evening. You're joining us from Uruguay and past midday in South Africa. Brilliant to have your company here for 3 days of action. Back at the Hong Kong Sevens, first time since 2019. Blitzboks now with Davids. Floats on the outside gap. Spins out of one. There's Mfundo Ndlobo with him, former long jumper. Pretorius looking to go on the outside. This JC Pretorius gets the bump and good strong hit on him. Christy Grobola releases Ronnie B. And Ndlobo with a dummy. Slips out of a couple tackles, still going. Powerful legs. Brown goes to the right hand side. Sakulakata. A good running start though. Ball goes back to Grobola. South Africa whip it over the top. Oh, that one's floated like a kite.
Whoa. About 8 metres forward, that one. Where'd the ball go? It's got on a string. Gets the whip out the right hand. Didn't realise it was that windy down there pitch side. This Blitzboks team, they're looking composed, aren't they? Bit of transition, as we mentioned, with the coaches, but just check out the progression and how these players in the shortened version have really flown into 15s as well. They're doing it right across the world, and certainly Curtly Adensa, the new guy on the block for their 15s. That's inspiration for these men.
Last medal from Hong Kong here was in 2018, winning the bronze final. Uruguay, though, have other ideas. They stab it ahead. One bounce towards the touchline from Ignacio Alvarez. He was probably hoping it stayed in the field of play.
It definitely was. That man had been chasing it. Imagine playing with that mask. He did it in the qualifiers, and it's just a remarkable thing to be able to do. Your vision would go, your breathing would go.
I wore gloves in the day, so that was enough for me. Rob Vickerman, South Africa. Still 0-0 in this game. First pool clash. Pretorius goes back to collect. Brown. Davids. Just using it along the chain. Penalty. Offside play. South Africa will take it upfield.
Offside, up early.
Oh, tough on that. You have to be back 10 metres.
Up here on the 10.
You'd think they'd get away with a few inches maybe. Just trying to close down this pretty frightening machine when it gets going. Blitzboks, what a remarkable year they've had. I've used that word again, but it really is. They won 24 games they won initially, didn't they? Then had the really bizarre scenario where they lost that momentum completely.
Yeah, so strange. 4 golds in a row. They finished 13th in Los Angeles. A few points shy. 24-game win streak. 36 in total if you count the previous season. Pretorius again takes this time. He wants to take matters into his own hands. Does JC. Brown. Lovely step in midfield. Selvin Davids, just as we come to expect. He's electric. It's this young flyer, and he has the first points in Hong Kong for South Africa.
He certainly is electric, isn't he? Magic in the foot. It's the ability to step, change that direction, but keep the pace going so high. And the procession of Colby, Speckman, these wonderful players. I mentioned Curtly Adensa, another one this weekend, will be doing his thing. All of these players have an incredible ability to impress on a sevens field.
Well, this try here equals the record set by Paul True, the former South African sevens player and coach from back in the day. 70 tries for Selvin Davids. Brown adds the extra 7-0 in the first half with the final play to go. before the half-time break. Try scorer himself. David's the huge left boot as Pretorius ranging down on this one, but it's collected by Uruguay as they bundle into touch. It's the half-time whistle here in this Pool B game on day one of the Hong Kong Sevens, and South Africa have a slender lead against Uruguay. They're up by 7 points to nothing. Well, a good, strong first off, you could say, by Uruguay. Really just one line break from the South Africans.
They're brilliant. I mean, the Uruguayan team would be buoyed with enthusiasm after that first half. They were abrasive. They got stuck into the South Africans. And even with them having a bit of possession, only got that one line break and score at the end of the first half, which was actually an extra time. So really commendable effort. Uruguay, having seen them, they really do get stuck in. The things that aren't necessarily down to talent, they do really well in. Whereas this South African team, they're blessed with some wonderful individual ability.
The new coaches there getting instruction. They've been in the system before because they've been with the academy program as well.
Both players know their system well. Big shoes to fill though. Neil Powell did wonders. You mentioned Paul True as well before. He's the one that really started that movement, the catalyst for them all being professional back in 2009. And consistent success throughout. They've never ever been too far away. One of the hardest teams to play on the 7 Series. And the strength and depth is the thing that makes them so exceptional. And that man talking, another one.
It's the 20th time we're here for the Cathay Pacific HSBC Hong Kong Sevens on the series. And South Africa leads 7-0 against Uruguay. Matches still to come in the superstition. New Zealand against Samoa. Doesn't get tastier than that in Pool A. That should be a bruising encounter. And then the hosts Hong Kong take on Australia to close things out in Pool A of day one. The former just one game on the Friday for each side. 8 in total. South Africa, second on the series last year. Champions on the series in 2009, 2017, 2018 and 2021 under Neil Powell. Second half, Blitzboks kicking off from left to right. It's a low driving kick. Comes away here of Matteo Vinales, does well for Uruguay. Steps backwards though. The man with a face mask takes on a couple of players. James McCubbin is with him. World Rugby under 20 player for his country. Short ball, but a dummy there from Guillermo Lichtenstein. Man they call Tito, that works in physiotherapy clinic in prisons and schools.
Look forward to hearing the nicknames progress for Uruguay throughout the year, Dallin. Certainly got the Phantom, that's obvious.
You know they're coming, Rob. It's the fun and we expect in the series.
And now we can do it with numbers as well.
That's true. A lot of innovations happening here.
Hold
Unique numbers players can choose between 1 and 99. That's their series number. Uruguay to feed this line out. A nice little loop there from Lichtenstein. It's a flat ball and a good line, but he's left it behind. Ronald Brown looking at counter-attack. He stabs a kick over the top for himself. Does Brown. Awkward bounce comes down to Brown. Magic little play in the end, fortuitous for South Africa. Penalty comes their way. Christy Grobbelaar, the 22-year-old out of Droste High School, goes quickly to Davids, shifts it away beautifully. Shilton van Wyk runs into the far side. And finally South Africa unlock the D and get their second score.
Well, that's the difference of intensity in this game we've witnessed so far. Uruguay, they went hard and straight. The restart spilled the ball. And this is where South Africa will really punish you. Bit of a decision on the end, understandably becoming trying to get in the way of the passing line. But Van Wyk, who's got the wheels to benefit from David's pass. The skip step, we see it so many times with these wonderful playmakers. You can't stop it. That bounce gets him on the outside. The ball is freed up, and then it's all about the wheels.
Conversion. is over as well. 14-0 South Africa lead. Shulkin van Beek. First time we saw him was in Dubai this year. The team DJ. I wonder if he plays as good a tune as we hear it out of Hong Kong. Getting the party started for the first time in 3 years. Selvin Davids goes deep. Been left behind. Captain Ordau is there trying to get it free, but Ryan Oosthuizen is on the field and he says, no, you won't.
No.
They're the enforcers, aren't they? Visser, Oosthuizen.
White, stay here.
The two Bash brothers on this near side. Robert alongside. It's a formidable trio.
Well, those Afrikaans names will give you trouble, Rob Vickerman.
Hobbelaar.
To the back they go to Oosthuizen. Van Beek in midfield. The stepper releases Davids. A couple of great little left-footed steps. Look at this guy go. Amazing feet. Flicks it over the top to your man Grobbelaar now. Christy Grobbelaar has got great speed. Well contained though. A good hit comes in from Echeverri. Ball is there for Uruguay. Just down by the two converted tries. First time on the series as a core side, but now they find themselves in all sorts of trouble. The ball down on the ground. Grobbelaar wants it. It'll be a scrum for the Blitzboks.
Could also say just how much desperation we're seeing from Uruguay.
Time off, please.
Their line is so hard to cross because of that desperation they have. The commitment on the floor, throwing themselves all over the place. I do wonder if they can keep this up throughout the whole tournament, but at the moment they're going good guns. Just 14-0 back down against the second seed South Africa.
Okay.
It sounds strange to say, but it'd be a good place to be for them.
It really is. Only their third time in Hong Kong, playing in 2009 and 2012. What a stage to perform on for Uruguay. South Africa, Ronald Brown, quick tap. Open spaces of note. And South Africa might not have their third.
Oh no.
Try yes or no, please.
The reaction there from the players says it all. Well, firstly, Ronald Brown was bored in the in goal. No one's chasing him, but he's lost it.
Oh, that's the blooper reel right there. Ronald Brown normally on the highlight side of things. Ouch.
Oh, he's made all the worse by him being able to just walk around the in goal as well.
No try.
Dig that hole and have a jump in.
Ronald Brown saying, stop showing the replay, please.
Stay down. It's dangerous, okay? Stay down.
It was from the tap, though. Nobody reacted whatsoever.
Okay, time back on. Crowd!
What a fan he has been over the years. Named South Africa's 7th Player of the Year 2021. Nominated for SA Sports Awards Newcomer of the Year in March of this year as well. Uruguay, though, with under 3 to play. Smash it in midfield. It's a good, strong carry from Batista Basso. Man is also on debut out of the Peñarol Rugby Club. First professional side in Uruguay, playing in the SLAR competition. The ball splits free, though, for South Africa. Here comes Ronald Brown. He'll take this one to the house and make no mistake with the dive as well. The Blitzboks do have their third try.
Well, he's put the fingers in the ears just in case anybody was booing. But that's how you make amends. There was no chance of him doing anything other than diving over the line, but it's great play again from the forwards, kicking that ball clear. Open track in front of him. Only going to be one outcome. Interesting to say, in Rugby League, they only ever dive over the line for exactly the reason we just saw. We'll check it out. Ronnie Brown back on it.
And the conversion to match as well. 21 points to nothing. It smiles back on the face of Ronald Brown. And South Africa sliding on this turf in Hong Kong. On the park now is Jibelt Human. It goes down the middle with Shulkin van Beek chasing, but it's a lovely capture here from Uruguay. Down there go Ignacio Facciolo. And they played his rugby in Montevideo, part of the under-20 side as well. Ordau, the captain, in support there from Basso. Looking to come back to the short side. They step through Marcus Pastore from the Old Boys Rugby Club. Oh, good little no-look pass from Liechtenstein, though.
Hey.
Knocked on, though.
I've got it. Not fine.
A bit feisty in the middle.
It's unnecessary, okay?
Got to hope that Uruguay just somehow cross the line. I think it'll be just for their efforts. Opening rounds that have seen GB get a heavy loss, as well as Canada. Just 21-0 down. They will be taking this to the third step as a core team on the HSBC 7 Series. Uruguay going to keep battling away.
Set!
Branko Dupree, South African legend, the most successful player with 23 cup titles to his name. Finds Divat Human. Big jump step from the fresh legs from Sheikh Soyes. Wapi, the captain, is on the park here. He clatters his way upfield. Man over Dell College in the Eastern Cape. Oosthuizen finds Grobela. Wimpy Visser is with him here on this near side. He beats one. Behind the back pass though to Van Beek. It's okay. He eludes a couple and he's still going. There's Shilton Van Beek and eventually does spill it.
Knock on.
Ignacio Paciolo. Now the North short side they work. Uruguay get a penalty.
3 high tackle.
Final moments in this game. 21 points to nothing. They trail. It's been a great introduction for them here as a core side in the HSBC World 7 Series. Down the short side they go yet again. Baptista Basso, very active in this game. Bumps one and gets a fend as well on Oosthuizen. Carlos Dius plays it away.
Over.
Across field to Ordao. There's step there from Irulegi. Branko Dupree tries to pinch it. Uruguay keep possession, doing really well. Carlos Dius yet again as they range up here with Basso. Second penalty here for Uruguay. They tap yet again. Liechtenstein across. Ordao off the right, stutter step. And then bumps off one. Beautiful offload in that far corner. Look at a cut back in. Jose Irulegi getting very close. Penalty goes the other way though.
As Branko Dupree, talk about this guy's success in the game. He defines this modern day sevens player. Both sides of the ball, commitment to the last. Commendable from Uruguay. But South Africa pretty happy with that.
A new era has begun for the Blitzboks. Their new coaches, Sandile Ngobo and Philip Snyman, victorious in their first pool game here in Hong Kong. They defeat Uruguay by a score of 21 points to nothing. Branko Dupree, Ronald Brown made amends there for South Africa. Came good in the end, 3 tries to nothing. Riding a early wave from Uruguay. South Africa, who've never won here in Hong Kong. See if they can go the distance here in this 3-day tournament. One game tonight, 2 tomorrow, and then the business end of the competition on Sunday. Uruguay, a warm welcome for them on the series as well. Plenty more to come from the Los Teros Sevens. So here's confirmation of Pool B, how it sits after France's victory there, and South Africa as well. The two sides unbeaten so far.
Uruguay to get their tournament started. Let's hear from one of their stars now, Selwyn Davids. He's with Gareth Rees.
Yeah, Selwyn, an important first game for you and your team here Friday night in Hong Kong.
Yeah, firstly, it's great to be back in Hong Kong. We knew they're going to come out for us. They're not a bad side at all. No team is a bad side in the 7th circuit anymore. So, yeah, just great out for the boys for keep fighting till the end.
And for you, your 70th try, you know that ties you with Paul True, the old man. Your 70th try ties you with Paul True.
Yeah.
Your 70th try here in Hong Kong.
Yeah, my 70th. Yeah, I didn't even know that, but yeah, just thanks to the boys who always puts me in a good position to score the tries. Always lucky to be in the right place, the right time. So, yeah.
And how important would it be for you and your teammate to win here in Hong Kong, the first time ever for South Africa?
Yeah, we never won Hong Kong ever, but that's not our focus. Our focus is to take it game by game. So our focus is the next game. If we're lucky, we'll go through to the finals. And yeah, but like I said, that's not our focus.
Well, thanks very much. Good luck for the weekend.
Thanks, sir.
70 tries for Selwyn Davids. Got a long way to go to catch Siabella Sinatlu, who's got about 230,000 of them. But what a player he is. Fans loving it. Friday night at the SoCom Po.